Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of The Marriage Man. Has your partner recently told you that they just don't love you anymore? Are you trying to make sense of that? In this series of videos, we're going to be helping understand why that's happening and giving you some tools that you can do. Now, all of these videos are different, but they're all based off of one principle. That is the principle that it is what you stopped doing that made your partner stop loving you, not what you did. And this is the idea of we are attracted to people that meet our needs. There's something about you that your partner found very, very attractive early on, and at some point along the way, you stopped doing that. Now, in the first video we covered that could have been communication. In this video, we're going to be looking at the thing you stopped doing was you stopped protecting your partner. Or another way of saying that, you stopped being safe. Now, safety and security is important to all of us, but for some of us, it's of the utmost importance, meaning nothing is more important than the fact that I feel safe in a relationship. And at some point, you were very, very safe, and then you stopped. Now, this could be that maybe your partner was coming out of an abusive relationship, and you were the safe one. Or it could be that they had a really bad ex, and you protected them. Or their family was not healthy, and you provided them away from their family. But at some point, you stopped doing that. I don't know what that looks like, but here's some possibilities. For some people, this could be you stop protecting them from their ex. Whether this is an ex-boyfriend, an ex-girlfriend, an ex-husband, or an ex-wife. That person keeps coming into their life, and at one point you stood in the gap and you said, no, you're not going to say that to my partner, you're not going to treat my partner that way. And at some point you stopped because, quite frankly, this isn't your fight. It's their fight. Well, that didn't stop your partner from getting hit with all those blows. And if they're getting hit over and over and over again by their ex and they're looking at you and you're not stopping them like you used to do, that's going to cause them to hate you. And hatred and love can't exist in the same heart forever. At one point, one of them is going to snuff out the other. And it's possible that the hatred in your spouse's heart has snuffed out their love. This could also mean that maybe you didn't protect them from your friends or your family. Maybe you brought them into a family that didn't like them, didn't respect them, whether that's your parents, your siblings, or your kids. And maybe these members of your family were disrespectful to them, were mean, abusive to them. And maybe they tried to warn you and you didn't listen because you love your family and you wanted everybody to get along, and maybe you didn't really want to pick sides because you love your partner, but you love this family member. But when you don't pick a side, you're picking a side. And so you're letting these two fight, and then they're looking at you saying, why did you let us fight? Why didn't you step in the gap and stop that? And so if this is you, if you didn't protect your partner, what can you do? First and foremost is you have to start being safe again. Whatever it is, the stressors that are hitting them, you need to stand in that gap. You need to set boundaries. So if it's friends or it's family that's being mean to your partner and they've told you this, you have to pick them first. And you're going to, I'll be honest, if it's reached this point in your relationship, you're going to have to go overboard. You're going to have to cut those friends out of your life. You're going to have to cut those family members out of your life. You may have to set very harsh boundaries with your kids. Now, maybe it's only going to be for a little bit, but it's that idea for right now, you have to pick your partner first and you have to make their feelings of safety a priority more than this person's feelings. Now, this sucks because whoever this is, whether that's your kids, friends, or family members, they are not going to like that you are doing this. They're going to be angry at you. They're going to potentially blame your partner. You have to watch out for that. You have to say, no, you don't get to blame them for my choices. I am choosing to cut you out of my life because you are not respecting my boundary. I want my wife or my husband or my boyfriend or my girlfriend to be safe, and you are not doing that. And because you're not respecting what I want, you don't get to be in my life. It could also potentially mean you may have to dive back into that fight that your partner is fighting with their ex. It could be a custody battle. It could be a legal battle. And that's going to suck. But you have to dive back in there. You have to start listening. You have to start helping. You have to start contributing. This could also be financial. You have to start putting your money towards that. That's going to suck. But if you can do that, you can slowly start to rebuild your partner's love for you. Now, as I've said in the other videos, one of the things you're going to run into is that hatred that has been building up inside your partner. Think about it this way. If you planted a whole bunch of stuff in your lawn, now they're growing, you got to pull them. If you're planting stuff now, you're not going to see the benefits till next spring or fall. I'm sorry, I don't grow things, so you're going to have to forgive my metaphors. But it's this idea of reaping and sowing. Right now, you have made a lot of poor choices and you are reaping the consequences of that right now, in that your partner hates you. You are going to have to start doing the right things now, knowing that you're not going to see the fruit of that until the next season. And so mentally, emotionally, you have to be ready for that. So that means self-care is going to be huge for you. Find people that you can vent to. People that, especially with the safety thing, have no connection to your partner. These may be friends, these may be mentor figures that don't know your partner, or your partner doesn't care what they think about them. Because you're going to need someone to talk through as you process through that anger and that hate. You're also going to need to start doing self-care. Like I talked about in the last video, exercise is a big one. Getting out of the house, getting out of the apartment, changing up the pace, seeing things differently, having fun, because I'll be honest with you, this is not going to be fun. You're not going to be having a good time with your partner as you process through this. So you have to take it upon yourself to entertain yourself, to keep your spirits up, whatever that may be. That could be prayer, that could be journaling, that could be a lot of things. And I hope that this has helped, and I know you've got a big journey ahead of you, so I would definitely click, like, and subscribe, because a lot of these videos are going to be coming out to help encourage you. And I'll see you in the next video.